Good day, everyone. This is Mark Vello, and you're listening to Headline News. Trump orders flags to half-staff in memory of police officers killed in congressional riots. On Sunday, January 10th, President Donald Trump ordered U.S. flags across the nation and abroad to be flown at half-staff until sunset on Wednesday, January 13th. To honor the service and sacrifice of law enforcement, the U.S. Capitol Police, USCP, and the two officers killed in the wake of protests at the Capitol on January 6th. In a proclamation, President Trump said, as a sign of respect for the service and sacrifice of United States Capitol Police officers, Brian D. Sicknick and Howard Liebengood, and all Capitol Police officers and law enforcement across this great nation, by the authority vested in me as President of the United States by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, I hereby order that the flag of the United States shall be flown at half-staff at the White House and upon all public buildings and grounds, at all military posts and naval stations, and on all naval vessels of the federal government in the District of Columbia, and throughout the United States and its territories and possessions until sunset of January 13th, 2021. The President's proclamation continues. I also direct that the flag shall be flown at half-staff for the same length of time at all United States embassies, legions, consular offices, and other facilities abroad, including all military facilities and naval vessels and stations. The U.S. Capitol Police has confirmed that Officer Liebengood died off-duty on January 9th. According to the office statement, he was assigned to the Senate Division and has been with the department since April 2005. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his family, friends, and colleagues. We ask that his family and other USCP officers and their families' privacy be respected during this profoundly difficult time. The Capitol Police have not yet released the cause of Liebengood's death. The official notice says he died on January 9th and not while on duty. Instead, according to Fox 5, DC Officer Liebengood died of suicide. It is unclear whether Liebengood's death was related to the January 6th incident. In addition, according to the USCP, the other officer, Sicknick, was injured while physically engaging with protesters and died the next day on January the 7th at 9:30 p.m. Sicknick returned to his division office and collapsed, the department's announcement states. He was taken to a local hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. Sicknick's father said Vice President Mike Pence and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi called the family on January 8th to offer their condolences. During the call, Pelosi invited the family to the Capitol to pick out a spot for a plaque in Sicknick's honor. The funeral will also be held at the Capitol, according to his father. Senior Senate Republican Representative Roy Blunt said that he will be interested in finding out if there was a connection with Officer Liebengood. In addition, on January 6th, Ashley Babbitt, a U.S. Air Force veteran, was shot and killed by a law enforcement officer from some distance away amid the chaos inside the Capitol. Mark Lomax, former director of the National Tactical Officers Association, said that videos from the scene showed a lack of communication between the officers. There were police on the protesters' side, engaged and embedded with these individuals, Lomax stated. It did not seem like a threatening situation for the officers. Parler may be suspended until bankruptcy. U.S. lawmakers call for investigation of big tech. John Mates, CEO of social media company Parler, said on Sunday, January 10th, that the company has been booted by nearly all business alliances after Amazon, Apple, and Google terminated their agreements with Parler. This could lead to Parler's bankruptcy. U.S. Representative Devin Nunes called on the U.S. Department of Justice to launch a racketeering investigation into the high-tech giants that blocked Parler. Mates made some remarks in an interview with Fox on Sunday. He said that the high-tech giants' ban could put Parler out of business and raise free speech issues. He called it an assault on everybody. They all work together to make sure at the same time we would lose access to not only our apps, but they're actually shutting all of our servers off tonight, off the internet. They made an attempt to not only kill the app, but to actually destroy the entire company. And it's not just these three companies. Every vendor, from text message services to email providers to our lawyers, all ditched us too, on the same day, said Mates. In response, Devin Nunes, a ranking member of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence, said in an interview with Fox on Sunday that Apple, Google, and Amazon clearly violated the Antitrust Act, the Civil Rights Act, and the RICO Act, short for Racketeer Influenced and Corruption Organizations Act. He urged that the U.S. government should conduct a racketeering investigation of all the members who coordinated the attack, and that these people are attacking not just one company, Parler, but on all people like us. As an alternative to Twitter and Facebook, Parler is popular with many conservatives. But Apple, Google, and Amazon have blocked Parler on the grounds that the platform has the potential to spread violent content. In response, Mates said, they're trying to falsely claim that we're somehow responsible for the events that occurred on the 6th, the date of the Capitol building takeover by protesters. Mates said that it's a war against all of us. They want to maintain a monopoly on speech. He said he will take full legal action against the tech giants who are suppressing Parler. Nunes said that while Parler is prepared to take legal action, at the same time, authorities should investigate this coordinated action by major technology companies. He said the impact of this is that because Amazon, Google, and Apple have just destroyed Parler, there is no longer a free and open social media company or website available to any American. This is ridiculous. I don't know exactly where the Justice Department is right now or where the FBI is. Federal Senator Marco Rubio also told Fox on Sunday that the internet censorship of technology companies such as Twitter, Facebook, and Amazon shows that these companies have a monopoly of power. Rubio said, this is also an opportunity for the left to go and put pressure on social media companies, to literally not just erase the president, but erase everybody. We are now living in a country where 4 or 5 companies, unelected, unaccountable, have the monopoly power to decide we're going to wipe people out. We're going to erase them from any digital platform, whether it's selling things and the like. Global Times warns Pompeo not to visit Taiwan before leaving office. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo announced on Saturday, January the 9th, the lifting of self-imposed restrictions on the U.S.-Taiwan relationship. The Chinese Communist Party's official media, Global Times, issued a message warning Pompeo not to visit Taiwan before leaving office. On Sunday, January 10th, the spokesperson of the U.S. State Department replied that Global Times made another mistake. They are very nervous and panicking. She emphasized that the U.S. government will continue consistent support to Taiwan. According to a report by the Central News Agency, on January 9th, the U.S. State Department issued a statement announcing the lifting of all self-imposed restrictions on U.S.-Taiwan exchanges under the pressure of the CCP. This move is regarded as a major development in U.S.-Taiwan relationships in recent years. However, the CCP's mouthpiece, Global Times, released an editorial afterwards, claiming that if the United States dares to send Pompeo to visit Taiwan before the end of his term, the Chinese Communist Party's response will be overwhelming. U.S. State Department spokesperson Morgan Ortagus tweeted on Twitter on the evening of January 10th that, "You are wrong again. The Secretary's upcoming trip to Europe will be his final overseas trip as Secretary. There are no plans to travel to Taiwan." Morgan Ortagus also emphasized that the United States will continue consistent support for Taiwan as a successful market economy, vibrant democracy, and force for good in the world. Ortagus also wrote in her tweet that the CCP must act responsibly. Such unstable diplomatic maneuvers are not warranted and are quite dangerous. This concludes today's broadcast. Thank you for your time, and stay tuned for the next headline news.